What's up, everybody? We are back. We are here. It is Academy Rush. It is summer 2020, and things are heating up. We are now into FlyQuest versus Cloud9 Academy. I'm Riv, and we're going to be getting this game now underway as it looks like Cloud9 is hungry. Cloud9 came out with a loss yesterday. Big's going to see him here. The new guy on the FlyQuest bottom lane, taken in for JJ as he moves over to Dignitas. But Cloud9, they're just going all the way through. Absolute unit right here, just making sure nobody can test them as they move through. And they do, as you can see, get the Ezreal and Yuumi combination here for the bot side. Throughout the bans, we can discuss those a little bit as Cloud9 here looks to rain on the early game parade of FlyQuest. Like I said, Cloud9 did come up with that loss yesterday, so they're looking to start things on their own terms. For the bans, we did see Cloud9 going a bit towards focusing all over the map. Varus, Syndra, Graves, Nocturne, and Azir is what they tried to ban away from FlyQuest. This Karma pick was decently early. It came in pick number 2 for Cloud9, and they were able to get a Kassadin ban during that second ban phase out of FlyQuest, meaning they got themselves a ban. Palafox wasn't going to be on that Kassadin, of course. He's on the Karma, so the ban's going a bit the way of Cloud9. They get a powerful bot lane here, and we'll see what they can do to start the game off as we obviously see the trade of reds, and we're going to get things started. Mash and Big now on the bot side. The Big Mash lane. We'll see how these two work out. We do know Big has a very vocal play style. He's somebody you'll always hear on the mic check, and this is going to be great with the side of FlyQuest, the team that we saw placing 8th in the spring split, but now is a team that might have a direction to go towards. Maybe the bot lane is where they focus. We've seen Mash be able to carry some games. He's always very confident in his gameplay. His triple here going between Palafox and mid lane on that Karma and Corki. And we may see a lot more discussion between that bot lane and where Fnatic may be placing himself. Triple as well, someone to talk about in this game. He is having a fantastic previous split, so we'll have to see if he can keep himself going on that pace. Towards the end of the split, he just really showed a lot of impact plays, being a player who made a 1v1 situation beneficial for his team in the overall map positioning and map play. To the top lane, Fudge and Revenge. These two looking to go back and forth. Revenge hoping to get a pretty easy lane out of this one. Stay alive as Ornn, and Fudge is more than happy to keep feeding him barrels on that. We'll see a bit more back and forth in the jungle here. Fnatic returning to his side. He can't be doing too much. His lanes are pushed, so he's either going to have to help or clear this jungle so he can get out there to do so. See if he hovers top side right after this. He will not have any contest from Inori's side, and Revenge now holding abilities. Volcanic Rupture just in place. May have Fudge walking towards it. Takes quite a bit of damage for this one to start, but baits him in. May not be able to help in the follow-up play. Fnatic looking to get a kill and start the first blood of their second game on the split. Volcanic Rupture comes out in the flash. Down for Fudge. He's going to be able to get himself to safety. Well played by Revenge to taunt Fudge in there. Made it look a little tasty, right? I thought Revenge may have lost his life and then had a 1v1 with Fnatic, which probably would have been beneficial to that Conqueror Fnatic, looking to build up some stacks and keep going in the fight strong. So looking across the map once again, over towards the C9 side, as we said, they had quite a composition. We talk about some new players, and we do have Tomo in that bot side of the map. He's being helped out by Diamond right now on the Yuumi. Diamond was actually pretty vocal recently, a little tangent about how they're just going to start smurfing on Academy. But like we said, game 1 was not a victory for them. But Tomo in right now for King, having a few visa issues. So Tomo's spotting in here from the Honda Scouting Grounds. And we have to expect big things, right? What happens when Cloud9 picks up somebody new? They do great things. They're able to come out on top in some situation, or are picked up by a team because they have been playing well, and a team needs to source another player. Cloud9 has just been a huge treasure chest for other teams to have that for. So 5 minutes into this one, it seems like things have calmed down. Nothing really coming of I steal your red, you steal mine. Everyone was able to get out safe. We do have a flash down on the top side of the map, which may be used. Both teleports are down around the same time for Revenge and Fudge. They'll be able to keep themselves on the same map positioning once it comes time to help the team if they do try to get anything on the books. Hail of Blades Mash look to get aggressive down here. Fnatic is there to start something off, and one ward just above them would be able to give him away. So, like I said, overall safe play from both of these teams. I expect Nori to come in here quite strong. Ooh. Over you, Raptors down. Fnatic finds himself short on some resources coming around. So it does seem on the mini-map, uncaught by me, that Nori was able to take that. And getting under the hair of Fnatic. Actually, Lee Sin's fault. So that didn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Triple trying to get out of this resolve in the mid lane. It's 42-48 there. Not too bad. He's got the minions to clean up right in front of him on that cannon wave. But Palafox, Unsealed Spellbook, gets himself a pink ward towards the bot side, and maybe they return to this down flash. Revenge has his lane pushed. A good spot for Inori to maybe dip in here and get a gank, so Fnatic waiting for the counter, but no, Inori's bot side with a 3-set. Tomo, Inori, and Diamond about to take the first Drake of the game. Give themselves some good resources. Full first back's coming in here as we see some pickaxes, so a bit of a spike right after they might want it for a team fight, but also this is the chance that Cloud9 is using to get that Drake spot in those backs of FlyQuest. Let's see if they can dominate the lanes when they get back. This push may not make it all the way to tower. It should not make it all the way to tower with that setup before Mash and Big get back to lane. So Tomo and Diamond will have a bit of time to get back to lane with the speed and zoomies of Yuumi. They're actually going to stay. We see the top side fighting, Revenge and Fudge still going back and forth. He says, I'll serve you up a parlay. 52-42 in CS there. Not too much for Revenge to clean up, but it's Horn. He's not going to matter if he's down 10, really 20 CS. Just don't get completely obliterated. And KDA in lane, and you're good to go. Corrupting Potions are there for Fudge so he can stay healthy and keep this Prune at about that 60% portion of the lane. Palafox. Karma and Solar Flare. Karma Mantra, I should say. Nice Karma into the Karma, if you will. Into the Karma. Coming up on 8 minutes here. We have another 4 for our next Drake, so patience across the game. These teams don't spell out, I am going to just shock and awe you with an engage, right? You got a Mystic Shot. You might have a Q coming in from Karma. And the follow-up damage is kind of null, right? There could be a cannon barrage there. The other side, you're going to have the Horn with a bit of follow-up. It's going to take time for people to die, right? There's no real 100-0 coming from either team. Once you get triple on that Triforce and a bit more damage, you can see a few 100-0s on the squishies. But for now, the fights could be pretty long. People are tending to not to fight them. And it's going to be more objective. So Cloud9 control the game a bit more. They were not able to grab this in their first game against 100 Thieves. For their first game, it seemed that Cloud9 kind of got taken by surprise quite early in the game. They really weren't able to find their way through back. And after that, a big fight here in the pit. And they are going to try to take it. That's the 6s I was talking about as the Horn comes through. Now they're going to be on to Tomo's Revenge. And Mask try to follow that fight. Tomo over the wall. So now they have Big triple in a 4v2. Mask over the wall with Killer Instinct. And now he's going to start delivering their damage with the Acathian Rain. But it's a double kill for Big. That's huge, actually. And Revenge comes up with a kill for himself. What a play. The chase around, the ring around the Rosie, and the ability of FlyQuest to hop over the walls, really allowing them the reposition needed to take the victory in that fight. 5-1 as the ace comes out for FlyQuest, and they will have triple push in mid lane. A few plates for him. Put the money in the pockets of your support. Big is going to be, like I said, huge. We even have your stopwatches coming up right now. He's going quickly for the Ninja Tabis right off the bat. A Null Magic Mantle just quickly after, so he can take the autos if they get into fight again with the members of Cloud9. Not huge item upgrades, but if they continue the pressure, they are that much ahead in these skirmishes. Tomo and Diamond towards the top side of the map. Instant cleaning of this wave. They need to start pushing out, and you can see it's almost a bit more frantic in doing so. Sunfire Cape feels oh so good for Ornn. Revenge picks up a huge finished item here at 55 CS to 76. Under 10 minutes in there, 2-0-2 for your Ornn. The top and the bottom of the map are sandwiching beautifully right here for everyone in the middle. And even Mash was able to get his hands on participating in 4 of those 5 kills. He's 1-0-3. And you just look across the KDAs, it's almost like everybody was able to get 100% participation there, but just short just short. It's what you want to see here for a big start and to knock, again, the confidence of Cloud9, who want to come out with a win. We've seen, or Cloud9 Academy, we've seen them already in the early part of the game, trying to control the jungle, pushing through very heavily towards the bot side, seen by Big, and he was able to get out safe. A few moments later, they trade reds, and Nori is able to get a bit of Fnatic's jungle as they move throughout the jungle phase. Your first big fight comes in, and we see how long that fight lasts, right? We talked about it. There's no 100-0 here until we get further into the game, until our Triforces are finished, until you're getting the 1, 2, 3 punches from a fudge barrel into something else. So that fight really benefiting Revenge's tankiness, Big's tankiness on the Ornn and Nautilus respectively, and the ability to move around the entire Baron pit. Fnatic, Triple, and Mash all got themselves in and around the pit, Mash back over with Killer Instinct. Everything played out beautifully, and it can't happen that way every time, right? We'll see if FlyQuest can keep that going. That's the test. That's what they have to do. 5-1 looks really great, but Cloud9 are still your defending champs. And we'll see if they can bring that out here in this part of the game. Palafox taunting Big a little bit. Didn't really have too much help behind him there and could have got himself into trouble. A big rocket from Triple as he is holding blue buff. Both mid laners have that themselves. And Nori here feels like Triple's defense may have backed off, so they're going to look for a quick gank into mid as he Velks right over the wall. Nice quick. No, still going for him. Flash forward. Cannon Barrage comes down. It's going to take him a bit of time to get these kills, but the follow-ups are still there. True Shot Barrage from Tomo, the new guy on Cloud9 Academy, picking it up. And the Honda scouting grounds and scouting correctly. This guy just shooting one from downtown across the pit and finds his target. I believe that was a blind one as well, with just a bit of vision off the end of what Fnatic was doing, or I'm sorry, Nori was doing as they chased him out. But great stuff to see. FlyQuest looking to answer back as Cloud9 exits the Dragon Pit, but that's not going to happen. And we do see that Mountain changes our rift a little bit here with some terrain. Good for Big. He may have some more opportunities to get himself in and out of fights, but it's only a small answer here as we go back and think about what just happened. Tomo gets a kill, 2-1-0 on Ezreal. Would love to have a spike, would love to poke this team out. There's going to be Ornn horning in, trying to get a few more Nautilus hooks in. If he can stay on the backside and poke with Karma and the rest of the team and the Yumi, that feels good. So kills onto Tomo, feels confident in that sense. We'll see if Cloud9 can keep the pressure on. It seems like FlyQuest with that kill, loss of member, is now losing a bit of ground, but Palafox goes in early. We saw him taunting in the mid lane, and he bites off a little more than he can chew now in the bot side. Triple cleans up on that one. A good knock up here coming from the Revenge. Ornhorn comes out, and that's going to be Nori going down as well as the hit comes through. Making sure it goes to Fnatic, and he is going to walk back into the jungle, just kind of cracking the knuckles there you saw on Lee Sin, and he is feeling good. A lot of little mistakes here coming from Cloud9 as they're feeling, I believe, in situations they weren't pressured before. The teams didn't take advantage of when they would overextend and go for it. A lot of people gave Cloud9 so much respect last split, and they give Cloud9 a lot of respect this split. It's just you see them turning on these fights that Cloud9 would have won, I would say, last split, coming up with double kill or a few more and then taking that turret. Not this time. FlyQuest feeling good, and FlyQuest is going to move themselves forward. Looking at their game yesterday versus Immortals, let's talk about that. Immortals running 3/5 of an old LCS squad, and Xmithie, Apollo, and Hakuo, and the rest of the map, and Insanity, and other. Sorry, I forgot top as I go around the list. Good on me. But that game was 1 kill coming in for Immortals. 15-1 scoreline in 27 minutes. FlyQuest was able to run through that game handily. It's not something you see. They just tip the scales in their favor so quick. And then they keep the pressure on. We're kind of seeing that here. 3K gold lead. We'll see if they continue to keep that pressure on. Alorum. I don't know why I forgot it. Immortals top laner. It's on the tip of my tongue the whole time. I didn't even look it up. I promise. I promise! I swear to God. 15 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a rift. Much less action at this rift, Herald. Seems like Cloud9 has to really be worried about what FlyQuest can bring to the table. Quick fight between Inori and Revenge, doing quite a bit of damage to the big guy here with the Warrior Rek'Sai. Queen of the Xerxai laying down the damage. A little bit of Chilling Smite on the end to send that down your spine. And Triple is going to be able to take this turret out down the top side. So that's 2 down. The only one missing is the mid lane, and now the pressure of the side lanes is going to create the opportunity to take that down if FlyQuest can run this textbook. Triple's going to keep the wave pushed up just a little bit. I don't believe he has a package or really anything to go back for right now, considering what his items are. Still building towards that Triforce. The Athenes is finished on Palafox. He becomes that much more helpful in supporting his team with a bit more heals. And the Lucidity boots to keep doing so very quick. You can see Yuumi on Tomo there in the mid lane. True Shot Barrage down mid. They're looking to relieve the pressure here. Get a little bit more room to make it work with opportunities, getting their wards forward, seeing where FlyQuest might be coming from. And Big goes ahead and places one down just to call the sweeper of Diamond out. Going over the scoreboard as we hit 16, 7-2. Things have slowed down. That Rift Herald in the hands of Fnatic right now. No turrets yet for Cloud9. They have a wave pushed on the bottom, but the pressure currently isn't there. They don't have the vision to be that far up. They lost quite a fight with Palafox and I believe Inori there just a few moments ago. So a bit of a no man's land for them on that one. And now we see 3 in the mid. It does seem like, as we call back to Big being on the team in the bot lane, the Big Mash bot lane, Big is always vocal. Remember the iconic call, get the Lucian, get the Lucian, get the Lucian. They would not have had the Lucian if he didn't say that. Imagine the calls going through this game. I troll a bit, but he is so vocal, and the confidence now they're pushing forward through. He continues to probably be on the forefront of those comms. A double Rift Herald shot as they go to the mid lane, and they're not giving up the pressure. Cloud9 even worried to engage on the left and right. You saw the hesitation in the call and trying to get in there with the True Shot Barrage. Karma's ultimate was there. Karma's mantra was there to be used to maybe aggress with the team, but they have to wait for this FlyQuest aggression. FlyQuest who has errors, Ornhorn to miss, Big to miss a hook. There's just, I think, a safety net here FlyQuest is working with the amount of money and the champions they have. And Cloud9 seem to have come out of Champion Select with what they wanted, with that extra casting advantage. As the Cardinal was picked up early and Palafox took it mid. The Ezreal Yuumi bot lane, which did get some kills. It's up a bit in CS, so we can't say that that's not gone to use. And then we do see that the jungle pressure was a bit back and forth, but Fnatic weathered it perfectly. Inori was able to take some Raptors. Fnatic was able to get back in his face, find a bit of pressure onto Fudge early, so Fudge's flash was down. And really for Inori to gank with Fudge, not even a flash down, and really for Inori to gank with Fudge on Ornn anyways, it's going to be tough. You're not going to really have the early game damage, so not a lot of options there to start off. You could have gone for Corki, but he Valkyries away, so made it tough for themselves in the early game to find the lanes that would definitively win without a bit of that jungle pressure. And it doesn't seem like Inori could provide. A few kills here still for Cloud9 as they are looking for options, but the wards just keep getting placed further forward as FlyQuest encroaches into the jungle of Cloud9. FlyQuest Academy here looking great. We'll see if they can keep this pressure up. Their first win coming in 27 minutes against Immortals Academy yesterday. Will they be able to end the game here in just 8 minutes? Quick math. Almost hard to do on stream. Nobody on Soul Point just yet for Drake's. True Shot Barrage. 1 minion. Get it. Letting that go right. Mash gets the red. Hella Blades is there, so he can just keep attacking, kiting. Gets himself quickly away from the Yuumi. Oh, Void Missile. Finds him. Eagle Eye right there. And we see a few more items coming out as we look down at the inventories now. You know, the Abyssal Mask is going to make Revenge so much more tanky and effective. The Triforce finished up there. Manamune looking to get finished up, but he does have the Sheen on the back to kind of provide a bit more damage, along with Lucidity Boots there to just keep spitting out more and more. So 2 Athenes. These start to come online. Cloud9 gets a bit more healing. But now, can they last? Can they not get crowd control enough? Are the people standing in the right spots to make sure, though the priority targets are getting healed? Because it's going to be a game of pick and choose, you know? And it becomes tough. A lot of what FlyQuest is doing is getting somewhere very quick, hopping around, changing position with the composition that they have, or crowd controlling Cloud9. So you're really having to second guess what you are doing from the side of Cloud9 right now. Again, Big, able to walk through the jungle by himself just because there's not enough forward vision here. And he can always anchor toss out. They're not going to try to commit too much to him right there, but not really a lack of respect for Cloud9, but saying, we can win a fight where I'm even hit for 25% in the start. Might be getting a little bit more worried about that right now as they push the vision forward, but he should be able to just kind of regen some HP here as they slowly work out what their next attack could be on Cloud9. Topside getting pushed in here once again by Mash. 219 to 211 as he kind of takes that lead away from Tomo. They're now starting to share CS on the side of Cloud9, which hurts a little bit more. Gets mid lane to clear out right now. So FlyQuest, I think something we need to follow all split is that they follow this agenda, right? Trees last split, C-Quest going in now, but aggression on that. Cs are aggressive, very strong and powerful, and that's the way that FlyQuest is playing here. The ebb and flow of the game has always been in their favor, even if they felt like they were getting pushed back. As they went for Rift Herald, they were able to engage here and engage onto one, and that's going to be a lot of damage onto a Nori. Palafox getting hit up as well. Over the wall, it's going to be the Orn Horn, and more takes him down as the Prey Seeker comes out from the wreck side. Beautifully done. 8-4 now as the kills get racked up on the board, but it looks like Cloud9 is now able to surround FlyQuest as not everybody's able to get into position behind Baron. Cloud9 taking the kills. We talked about the Triforce spikes. We talked about the healing that would come in, and we saw those initial impacts of the damage from the side of FlyQuest just being resolved by healing on the side of Cloud9. And that took them by surprise. C9's going to find themselves a Baron here 22 minutes in, but wait, Triple comes in. Is he going to have package? No, he's just going to have a big one as he shoots the rocket in, looking for the shot over the wall, but it's not going to happen. The phosphorus bomb won't be ready to fire in, or I should say at distance, to get that Baron. And Cloud9 takes the Baron for themselves and puts themselves right back in a position to easily win this game. Upgraded items coming in from Revenge here, but the items finished up for Cloud9. They knew their spike. I talked about a bit of weathering of the storm for the side of FlyQuest and what C9 was doing in the early game of jungling. But that right there is something you cannot forget. The objective swing in the game, and FlyQuest tempted. They felt far enough ahead to tempt them, especially after their item spikes had just come through. Interesting choice. FlyQuest now probably second-guessing that one. And it looks like they are just going to keep aggressing from the side of Cloud9. Fnatic gets hit up. Nori taking a lot of damage as he gets kited out. Tomo's True Shot Barrage takes a good chunk out of Mash. So the Marksman has to reposition a little bit better now. Ultimates are up across the board, except for that True Shot Barrage we just saw. Cannon Barrage is just about to come off cooldown. Nori towards the top side. Good look to come around. Looks like he is trying to flex. If FlyQuest were to engage, he would have the pincer move. And now Cloud9 doing a great job of just quickly flipping the switch and being able to use this Baron now into second tier turret in mid. Big missing a hook there for just a moment, and that was the moment they needed to maybe turn this one around with the dwindling minion wave. And that cannon minion not approaching close enough for turret aggro. They will be able to take down 2 turrets here, so a bit of deja vu. We saw this having to happen with a FlyQuest Rift Herald earlier. Now with Baron pushing forward, it's going to be a 3rd turret that is under pressure from Cloud9. They start to attack. There's the hook that hits. They're going to go with the Orn Horn in the depth charge. It's not going to be enough as Tomo gets to safety. And Revenge is now looking to get out to safety. It is not enough, and they cannot push through. Now the Karma speed, the Yuumi healing in speed, Karma's Athene healing is just too much. The True Shot Barrage also drawing a line in the sand. 25 minutes in, just 2 minutes short of the time FlyQuest was able to take down Immortals yesterday, and Cloud9 wants to find a different ending to that adventure here. They will not let FlyQuest win so easily a second time. 2 Drakes for each team. Soul Point still a bit away. Now it looks like we will have Mountain for that, as we have seen for a bit now. 43K as the game is evened up across the board. I think we're going to have a little bit of pressure release here as the inhibitor is going to be too much to take without other focus on the map. So we see Cloud9 begin to retreat, and they will get themselves some nice upgrades here. The Sterix gauge also finished for Fudge, giving him more utility in the fight. Everybody coming online now, and we just saw how much that mattered for Cloud9 to actually even aggress in these fights, be a part of participating in the fights on the Rift against FlyQuest. So now FlyQuest has to rethink. It's not just Revenge and Big on the front line again. They cannot just do that because the back line is instantly open. A cannon barrage pushes them out, and Big and Revenge can be taken down almost immediately without the help of the mid and back line. So rethinking that in a way that they can do it. Still a bit of poke here for Triple, but it's wearing off. The heals are a bit too easy as the damage from Diamond and Palafox is too easy to get to charge up their Athenes against what Triple would be able to offer. It all has to be in one fell swoop. This is a good start. Knowing they don't have vision on the top side of the map as well is information to Cloud9. We have to realize that too. They know that FlyQuest is setting up a light, bright security system in here and pushing the wards forward, so they can stay safe. And they, you see, not pushing it, I should say, Cloud9 not pushing too far into areas where they don't have those wards. Fudge, pretty much able to eat oranges and make everything okay if he does want to get out of a situation. And this great wall of wards and security that FlyQuest have allow them to push top turret. Palafox, you can see him stepping forward, just trying to get a lead on the wave. Get it before it reaches the turret. Demolish almost ready there as well, coming in from FlyQuest. Pushed off as Cloud9 focuses everything top. I mean, without pressure mid, and knowing that Fudge is pushing bottom, Cloud9 is now able to control a bit of their map. Really just reading what FlyQuest is doing. And it took quite a while, right? It wasn't an execute. FlyQuest took quite a while to set those wards up. We saw Tomo farming in mid, and Cloud9 just said, hey, they're going top. We'll wait, push out mid, we'll go top. Very textbook right now for C9 to just stop what FlyQuest is doing. And that's the next question we're talking about. What's the next FlyQuest in? You know, Orange pushes up bot lane ever so slowly. Corky pushes up the top ever so slowly. And then Nautilus is forced to fight with Fnatic and Mash. It makes it very tough with those compositions. I should say Nautilus is forced to fight with a Lee Sin and a Kai'Sa. That can get run over pretty quick by the speed, the shields, and the healing, and a catch potential of what's coming in from Cloud9. So it's a team effort. And right now, it's a team effort. More so from Cloud9. Looks like they want it. Waves are pushed up towards half. Revenge. Searing charge to get himself into safety. Looks like they'll start to hover around this Drake. It is going to be number 3. Cloud9 has some good potential here to open up, clearing out the wards. Revenge is not going to be able to call the Orange just yet, but wait, they've caught Fnatic out. Fnatic could go down. He goes under, he comes up, and he finally gets put back down, and now it's going to be the fight here. Where's the answer from C9? They're on the backside healing and firing in the Mystic shots. Nobody's watching Fudge. Tomo over the wall. Oh, the shield to Fnatic keeps him alive, and now they have the focus onto Tomo, onto Diamond. Oh my gosh, the pressure forward, the bait from Fnatic, and the shield to save him was incredible. That's what cost him the fight. Cloud9 looked like they had it, but the overstep coming in from Tomo as the arcane shifted over the wall is what broke the camel's back. It's FlyQuest inside the base, and they are just 1 minute past their first victory of the 2020 summer split. What a game. They're still getting pushed back, but they're going to pad the KD Aces. They're able to come up with the kills again, and the champions getting taken down for a second game in the row. As we see Palafox putting on the Zhonya's to look good, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be the Nexus going down. It's going to be FlyQuest Academy taking the win over Cloud9 Academy.